Good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's edition of the BRI, which is the Black Research Institute. My name is Denoris Wilson. I'm your host, and we're here and we're committed to solving the problems. Tonight, I got a young lady who is an entrepreneur, a published author, a model, public speaker. Um, I want to call her philanthropist. I think she's like a little bit of like Maya Angelou mixed with some Sojourner Truth, mixed with some Coretta Scott King mixed with some. It's just she's a mixture of a lot of different things. Very passionate young lady, and I'm excited to introduce her to, the people that view the VRI. I mean the BRI. So let me run my intro, and when I get back, I'm gonna bring in tonight's guests. And we're back. Now, before I bring on tonight's guest, if you happen to be viewing this live broadcast, please, by all means, if you're on Facebook, start a watch party. Let's get this young lady some exposure because what she's doing is phenomenal. And so, without further ado, I'd like to introduce you to Miss Meoshia Burgess. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Are you staying safe?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's great. So before we get into the meat of the interview and tell everybody exactly what you do, tell the people a little bit about your Meoshia.
Well, hi, everyone. My name is Meoshia Burgess. I am a youthpreneur here in Charlotte, North Carolina. I do practically almost everything. I help the community a lot. I help with helping trying to stop gun violence. I am a published author. I am a model. I am a clothing designer. But most importantly, I am a civil servant.
You got to speak up, sister, because we can't hear you. Did you hear me? You're really low. You're really low. Okay, I think, yeah, I think we're good. I think we're good. Okay, so you're an entrepreneur. Let's delve into that first. You're an entrepreneur. Okay, so what is your business as an entrepreneur?
My business name is Meals World, and I do like clothing designing. It's just a passion that came to mind one day after I was out of the hospital from a sickle cell crisis.
Okay, so you started designing clothes.
Yes, sir.
So is that like a passion, or it's just something
Yes,
that you
sir.
know how?
It's a passion. I design clothes because I want everybody to know that they can be their unique self and they're beautiful in whatever they wear. And my clothing line is called the Beat Clothing Line. So it's for, just so everybody can just stand out and not fit in with the crowd. God created us all individually. And if he wanted us all to look the same, he would have made us all look the same. But, we have our flaws and we all have our specificity and we're all unique in our own way.
That's great. That's great. So how long you been in business?
For about 5 and 6 years now.
And how old are you? How old are you now, sister?
I don't say my age on camera.
Oh, but you're young though.
Yes, sir. I am young. I
And
don't say
you've
my
been
age
in
on
bu-
camera because of human trafficking and stuff.
Understood. Understood. That's great. But you're young and you've been in business already 5 years.
Yes, sir.
Oh wow, that's great. That's
Thank
great. I
you.
mean, that is that I know it has to be like exciting and tough at the same time, right?
Yes, sir. Most definitely it is.
Right. So you're an entrepreneur and you're a published author. What is the name of the book that or books that you have published?
Well, I have 4 books out already. One book is called my first book that I have wrote. It's called 60 Days of Hope and Inspiration, and basically it's a quote book. So each day there's a different quote on each page, and then after that you write down your own quote and you tell me how it helped you throughout the day, throughout the month, throughout the year. If you're struggling with anxiety or stress and you're just going through a bunch of different things, then you write it down in the journal so that it can help you. It will inspire you to keep on moving, to keep on being yourself and pushing through whatever you're going through. And then my second book is called On God. So basically, it talks about living life with sickle cell, and it also talks about my brother's. He had a TB eye concussion, and it talks about like how we went from the bottom and how we're rising up to the top again. And my third book is called Meals ABC. And basically, that book, it's all just like a bunch of different African Americans, colored people, just a history book, basically. And there's different pages in there where you can color on and learn about your culture. Also, at the same time, you're also having, a lesson for the kids to learn that, that there is people out here that invented the stoplights and people out here that invented, our flat ironers and things like that. And just let the kids know that different skin colors and things like that, you know, just let them know that it doesn't matter what color you are, you can do anything you put your mind to. And then my last book is a journal. So it's basically, I'm not done with it yet, but I'll give you a sneak peek at it. So it's basically just a little journal that is for like kids that has been in like the foster care system and hospitals. Because I know what it's like to be, in the hospital for days and months and not having anybody to talk to, even though you have friends and stuff. You don't want to call them because you're like, I don't want my friends to see me like this. So it's there. The book is to help them throughout their day. It's a coloring book and it's also an inspirational book.
Nice. So where can we get these books? Are we on like Amazon or do we have to go to your website? Where can we purchase these books?
You can get 2 of them off Amazon and you can get the rest of them off of my website that is in my Instagram and Facebook bio.
Oh, nice. Nice. That's great, man. So when with all the stuff that you do, when do you really have time to write?
I just get like inspiration like whenever I'm out and about or I'm traveling to different cities and I see something that I know that is coming to mind and I'm like, well, I'm just gonna write this down, jot it down, so that way I have it in my notes. So when I'm ready to process it, it's just there and it clicks in it.
Nice. So when you go out into the world as an adult, what do you want to do?
But when I go out to the world to go, I want to go to Howard University and I want to be a lawyer and sit on the Supreme Court, so that I can fight for our rights and so we can get justice.
Nice. Nice. And so you wanted to go to Howard?
Yes, sir.
So you want to study law?
Yes, sir.
Nice. Well, you know what? As long as you work hard and can and stay focused and stay determined and practice discipline, there's nothing that you can't do. I mean, you're young and you already got 4 books out already. you know, I don't even have one. You went dark, Meoshia. Okay. All right. So now let's move into your modeling. What type of modeling do you do?
I do runway. I do street model. I do catwalk. I do a bunch of different kinds, honestly.
Right. So what made you get into that?
Well, it's kind of a funny story. Back home, I used to always just love to play in my auntie's shoes and her heels and stuff. And it was like we was at like different stores and stuff. I would like put on the shoes and stuff and just walk down the aisles and things like that. Just look down. And one day, I was like, wow. And I was watching America's Next Top Model with Tyra Banks and stuff, and it just inspired me to, I want to be a model and I'm good at it. It's something that I'm good and passionate about. And, I got bullied a lot in school. So, it just shows that, I can do it and I can prove them wrong that, you can do whatever you put your mind to.
That's true. That's true. So tell me about 4 questions with Mio.
Well, 4 questions with Mio is basically where I interview a bunch of different people that comes on my show, and I ask them different questions about the community, about how do they feel about police brutality, how do they feel about the gun violence that's happening in the city, how do they feel about the youth not feeling safe right now, what can we do to make a change, what is next after all the protesting, are we ever going to get justice? It's just a conversation that we all need to have. And I feel like it's very important that everybody hears from each other's perspectives and, just figure out what we can do as a team to, accomplish all these goals that we have.
Nice. So you do what I do.
Yes, sir.
So when does your show air?
It airs, I shoot on Sundays and it airs every Tuesday.
Okay, so I bet you got a big team around you to help you make it happen, huh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, nah, I can't afford a team, Meoshia. It's just me. It's just me. So you do public speaking engagements as well, right?
Yes, sir.
So when you do public speaking engagements, are you? How can I say it? Do you go out to rallies or are you booked? How do you get these engagements?
Um, a lot of them, I go out to rallies and I go to schools. Some people book me to come to their schools and speak about bullying and gun violence. And some people, they call me and they're like, "Hey, Mio, we feel like that your voice is very loud here in Charlotte, and we need you to come out and speak about such and such. We need you to come out and speak about this." It's just something that I'm very passionate about, and I'm very, passionate about changing the world and having the youth voice. Our voice matter, our voice count, even though we're the here and now, but we're also the future and stuff.
That's true. That's true. You're the future. So what do you think you get that passion for? Like, what do you think that comes from?
Um, I think it comes from like my mom and my papa, because they're always, they're before my papa passed away. It was just like he always is there, and he was like, "Oh, you good," and stuff like that. And my mom, she's always just there for me, and she's always like, "Mio, you have a loud voice. Your voice is, you're always speaking about something, and you can get out here and speak about bullying because you know how it feels. You're out here and you have brothers and sisters that is crying each and every day because they're scared to speak and they're scared to use their voice because they're scared of society and things like that." And she's always there to pick me up and say, "You got this. Just go out here and use your voice and use it for the youth voices that can't use them. There is no more."
That's good. That's good, Meoshia. So you were bullied in school a lot, huh?
Yes, sir.
So is that the reason why you chose homeschooling?
No, sir. I chose homeschooling because it was just a lot. Because um, I travel to like different cities and stuff, and it's hard to
Mm-hmm.
keep up with, schoolwork when I'm on the road a lot, and I'm at a different city each and every week, and I can't, be at school to do such and such. So homeschool is more of a traveling thing for me, and I can take my computer anywhere I go to, finish all my work, and I have we have different class sessions that, online. So it's more easier that way.
So the pandemic really didn't affect you too much, huh?
No, sir.
Okay. So when you go to these different cities, right? And you're speaking on gun violence and bullying for the most part, correct?
Yes, sir.
So with why do you think a lot of youth, people in your generation are afraid to speak out on bullying?
I think they're afraid to speak out on bullying because they're afraid of what other people is going to think about them. They're afraid that other people is going to sit there and call them, oh, you're a rat, you're a snitch, and things like that because they're using their voice. Some youth are here just scared because they don't have the support they need. They don't have the people behind them to help them and to push them and to tell them that they got this, that whatever you do, you're gonna be good at it. Some people is just scared because they don't know, like, if they say something wrong, what other people is gonna think about them. Even the way, if they come on stage and they're like, oh well, I don't know what happened, and they're stage fright and things like that. And like some of them is just afraid to use their voice because they're scared of society, they're scared of social media and things like that.
Wow. So and that's where you come in. You help them understand that, don't be scared, have some courage, right?
Yes, sir.
So tell me about your first speaking engagement that you had on bullying and how was that experience?
My first speaking engagement was about 5 years ago, and the experience I had just got out of the hospital because back a couple years ago, I had disease and I it was sickle cell, and it was a lot for me. So I went back to school the next day, and I got picked on, and kids was just laughing at me because the teachers would, they would ask me if I needed extra help, if I needed to take a break, if I needed extra time on my tests or things like that. And they would call me like the teacher pet, and it was just a time where I was like, I didn't want to physically hear and things like that. You know, um, I was bullied a lot because of, like, my weight, because I'm very tiny, and like people would be like, "Well, Mio, you can fit through this little crack," and things like that, and it would just hurt me the words that they say, and then my birthmark on my face, they would call me, chocolate chip. They would call me, "Oh, you look like you have something on your face," and they would try to like, wipe it off and things like that, and just say mean things about me, and it was like a couple years ago, well, a couple months ago, um, one of my someone very close to me was getting bullied in school also, and you know, she was at the point where she wanted to take her own life, even though she had name brand shoes, name brand clothes. Her mom took her to get her hair done, her nails done, and things like that. She still didn't have the weight and the color of her skin was just not fit for her in her school. And so one day she went home and she ran a bath water, and she was so close to taking her own life 2 times. And it's really important and it's really passionate to me that I'm here for them, that I can use my voice to help them and to let them know that there's people here that cares about them, that loves them no matter what. Even if I don't know you, I still love you, I still care about you. And bullying is just something that needs to come to an end, and people need to realize that it's not funny, that these kids is actually really getting hurt. They may not say nothing to you physically about it, and they may not talk to their parents about it, but deep down inside, if they're getting bullied and they're continuing to go on for years and years, you never know what they're thinking about themselves. There's people out
Right.
here that is starving themselves because they're afraid of their weight and things.
Wow. So I looked on your page and I saw that your brothers help you deliver some blankets,
Yes, sir.
but you had to stay outside for 30 minutes.
Yes, sir.
Was it
Um,
cold?
yes, sir. It was it's like a learning thing that we do, and we're my family, they're always helping out the community, because you can be a couple steps away from, where them people is at, the unfortunate and things like that. So it's always nice to give back to the unfortunate and, not turn your nose up at them and look at them differently because of where they're at. Just continue to, love them and continue to tell them that you are here for them and let them know that, if you need anything, you can call me and things like that. So my brothers, they help me a lot with my community and things like that.
So you're a good influence on your brothers, or are they a
Yes,
good
sir.
influence on you? Okay,
I'm
so
a
that's
good
good.
influencer on them. Yes, sir.
You know they're gonna get on you after the interview. They're gonna say, "No, we influence you. We influence you." But how many brothers do you have?
I have two brothers.
Okay. You have any sisters as well?
Yes, sir. I have two older brothers and I have two younger sisters.
Okay. So are all of y'all involved in like public service and everyone just helps you do it?
They mainly just help me. They help me with anything. If I be like, oh, well, we're finna go and feed the homeless this week, they're always persistent. If you need some help, let me know. I'm gonna come out and help you. My brothers and sisters, they're they love to help the community. They do run their own business. Some of them do, and
Right.
some of them just. My oldest one, he likes to run his own business because he likes to have money, and my youngest one, she just runs her own business because she's inspired by me. She looks up to me, and I'm glad that I inspire young people to continue to do what they feel passion to them.
Well, I mean, I commend you because that's not, there's not many young people who aspire to be business owners while they're young. Everyone says, well, when I grow up, this is what I want to do. And you're not waiting till you grow up, you're doing it now.
Yes, sir.
That's great. That's great. So I'm gonna read something because I went on your page and I read something that you wrote and it was great and I it it I can't say. I think it's something you was doing on Giving Tuesday. You said December is a month of new beginnings. You are in the midst of massive transformations. Continue following the calling of your heart. Stay positive, embrace and transcend the fear of the unknown. Deep down, you are ready for your next chapter. As we are preparing to celebrate with our families this Christmas, let's remember those whose lives were taken away too soon. Like, where did those words come from? How did where did they come from?
Um, it came one night and I was laying in my bed and I was shaking. I had seen on the news that it was this kid that had got shot, and at the time I was like, wow, this kid got his life taken away right before Christmas. This family is going through so much now. He has younger brothers and sisters. He can't be there. Their family is, they lost someone they love. And Christmas is,
Mm-hmm.
it's supposed to be a day of joy and a day of, giving. It's not always about receiving something from someone. It's about giving and it's about spending time with your family and the ones that you love. And, those words it's just very powerful. It shows like what type of person you are. And it just like it comes to mind sometimes, and I can't hold it in for myself. I have to share it with the world so everybody can know what the feeling is.
Nice. So, what do you have up and coming that you would like the people to know about?
I have my Christmas event, Christmas Eve event, where I'm going to be giving out trophies for the community leaders that have, help with COVID, help with everything going on. And I'm also going to be doing a candlelight visual for the victims that has lost their lives to gun violence this year. It's very tragic and this event is very, very special to me because, you know, one of the people that have got shot this year, I was close with them, I knew them, and to hear that they got their life taken away so soon, they can't be here to use their voice this Christmas. I want to do something for them. I want to let them know that they are not forgotten. They will never be forgotten. We're here for them, and it's something that a lot of people need to hear. Even if you have something going on Christmas Eve, you still do something special and let them ones that are there for you love you and help you through anything that you're going through, because you never know when it's your time to leave this world. They got their lives taken away from them so quick, and it's terrible. So I'm here to let them know that we love them, that we're still going to fight for them. We're going to fight so that we can stop all these gun violences. We can stop all the hate that is going around in the world right now and make it a better place and change it.
Nice. And you're also going to be feeding or giving away gifts for 25 foster. Uh,
Yes, sir.
right.
I'm
So
going to
tell us
give
about that.
away. Okay. Well, a lot of the kids I see all over Facebook and Instagram that they're doing toy drives and stuff, but the toy drives is for like the younger kids, and I feel like they're forgetting about the ones that are in middle school and high school that still needs love, that still needs joy. So I'm going to be giving away 25 gift baskets for them. You know, I'm accepting donations from them so that they can have something too. The kids that are in foster care, their parents can't afford for them. I want them to have different coats and stuff. I want them to have something to open and to have love in their heart and to keep on going into the next day. Because you only see like kids getting like different toys and they're getting one item or two items for Christmas. No, I'm gonna give them a gift basket so that they know that there is people out here that cares about them, that loves them. I may not know you, but I still love everybody in the world, even though
Mm,
I may not know everybody in the world, but I still love you guys, and I bring joy to you all.
great. So how do people help you? Like, how do they donate or to that cause or to any cause that you're doing?
You can donate on my Instagram or Facebook at Meals World or Meoshia Burgess on Facebook, and you can also PayPal me, or you can come to my office space and you can donate there as well.
Oh, nice. So you got everything set up, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, that's great, Miyoshi. I mean, you are very busy. You're busy. You're very busy, but you're
Yes,
very
sir.
inspiring, man. It's great to see someone your age that um aspires to help others because you know um you're young. You got your whole life ahead of you. You got your whole life ahead of you, and for you to be considering how others may be less fortunate and trying to do something to help that's very admirable of you, and keep up the good work. And I am going to you said to donate they can go to your Facebook, which is Meoshia Burgess, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And um I'm typing this in, so I'm yeah. So Miosha, so when are you going to be like doing the giveaways and the visuals? What are the dates on the visuals, the giveaways, and what was the last thing that you mentioned?
I will be
The
doing the giveaways on Christmas Eve the
okay.
19th.
The giveaways on Christmas Eve and the visual is gonna be when?
The giveaways is the 19th and the is on Christmas Eve.
I can't hear you. You gotta speak up.
The giveaway is the 19th.
Mm-hmm. The giveaway is the 19th and the candlelight visual.
The candlelight visual is on Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So, hopefully this broadcast would get some people to come and donate to your cause, because it's very admirable of you to be doing this at such a young age. And
Thank
the-
you.
you and I wish you, no, I don't wish you anything. I know that you're gonna make whatever happen. So if anything that I can do to assist you in any endeavor, you can inbox me and ask me anything. I'm willing to assist you, because a lot of people don't understand that we are not in this world by ourselves, right? Like we break ourselves into to communities, but we are part of a larger community, which is called the human race. And that means that even though you are an individual, you're not here solely to take care of just yourself, right? Like you also here to help. And a lot of times we get selfish in our help for or in our service to one another. And for you to be at such a young age and doing this is very inspiring. So I got a couple of people that are Howard alumni. They may be donating to your cause and donating to whatever you got to do. But whenever you do something, Meoshia, make sure you send me the flyer or the announcement in my inbox so I can post it and let people know what you're doing. And if you want to do some type of collaboration where when you do your visual or when you do your giveaways, you can maybe come on the BRI and let people know what you're doing, and we can broadcast it to our audience and reach a broader range of people. I would assist you in any type of way possible.
Yes.
I'm glad you agreed to do the interview, Meoshia. I am glad.
Thank you for having me. I was very excited.
Oh man, I'm glad you did it, because a lot of people my age can learn a lot from you. Right? we can learn a lot from you, and I appreciate you. Now, once again, how can people get in touch with you to donate to anything that you're doing?
You can follow me on Facebook at Meoshia Burgess, and you can also follow me on Instagram at Meos_world or Meo Cares.
Okay. And Meoshia,
Yes.
you are a blessing. You are an angel, and keep up the good work.
Yes, sir. Most definitely. Thank you.
You're welcome, and thank you for coming on. And you have a blessed holiday. Okay.
You too.
All right. Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye. We definitely can learn a lot from that young lady. She is out here sacrificing her time to make sure that others are not, other young kids are not bullied, or others are not going without, trying to keep as many homeless people warm as she possibly can. That's admirable of her. And if you can somehow find it in your heart to reach out to her and donate to her cause, that would be greatly appreciated, everybody. Let's pay some bills, and I'll come back and we will do the monologue. Okay. Okay, everybody, you just seen the interview with Miss Meoshia. Well, yeah, Miss Meoshia Burgess, and she's a very inspiring young lady. She's out here and she is trying to solve the problems, and by using her platform, by using her time, her energy, and her effort. If you can, like I said before, if you can find it in your heart, please check the young sister out on Facebook or Instagram at Meoshia Burgess, and donate to the cause, man, because the youth, they are our future, and if we don't invest in them, then who else will? I mean, we are. I was having a conversation with my wife earlier today, and it's imperative that we understand that you may not be able to help. No, in most cases, not most cases, you're not going to be able to help everyone, but you can help somebody. And I think in that spirit is what Meoshia is trying to do. And I will assist her in any type of way that I can. I will donate to a cause, and I challenge all of you to do it as well. So tonight we're going to end, but remember, in order for you to receive a blessing, you must first be a blessing. And tonight I end you and I say peace. Have a good night, everybody.